Coffee Tips, Episode 5. Welcome to Coffee Tips with Carla, a podcast on marketing and managing your business effectively. Before we get started, a little bit about us. Coffee Tips is a publication of Legacy Marketing Services. Think of us as a marketing arm of your business. You can learn more about us at legacymarketingservices.com. Last week, we talked about leadership, impact, and influence, and today we're going to go back to discussing the importance of having a plan to promote your business and executing that plan consistently. A couple of weeks ago, I mentioned that many people feel uncomfortable about promoting their business. The smaller the business and the more necessary the need for promotion, the more likely this is to be true. Many small business owners see their business as an extension of themselves and often see promotion as a form of bragging. So I'll tell you a story that illustrates this. My undergraduate degree is in marketing and advertising management, but I recently completed a master's degree in apologetics. It was quite a change in track. There were people from all different industries and backgrounds in the program, a few of them, such as myself, with a business background. There were also attorneys, engineers, and even a former NFL player. But a large percentage of the students were pastors, teachers, and a lot of writers. People who work in ideas, and not necessarily the nuts and bolts of production or sales. One of the classes in the program was on communication, and one unit in the communications class was specifically on promotion. One of the books assigned for this unit was Platform by Michael Hyatt. So if you don't know who Michael Hyatt is, he's the former CEO of Thomas Nelson Publishers. And his business was not only about finding good writers, but about getting the books by those good writers sold. Platform is about building your personal distribution channel, and the subtitle is Get Noticed in a Noisy World. It's about building a base of people who like and follow what you have to say or offer, or, as I've mentioned before, expanding your reach and developing those customer conversations. This book is specifically written for authors, and Hyatt explains the publishing industry, but the principles he covers are good for anyone in business. He tells aspiring authors that it is absolutely necessary that they create their own platform or distribution channel if they want to be published. The publishing industry has changed quite a bit. Traditional book deals where the publisher gives the author an advance and invests in the development, production, and promotion of the book are not as common as they used to be, but authors that have their own developed platform are more likely to receive one of those traditional book deals. I know this to be true. I have a friend who is a food blogger who has been publishing online since 1995. She was offered a deal for a cookbook from a publisher because she already has a site that gets 1 million views a month, a mailing list, and robust social media profiles. Offering a deal to someone like her is a much safer bet for a publisher who is fronting in advance and investing in the development and promotion of the book versus an unknown. And I've created marketing pieces for other authors, and they've told me the same thing. Even with traditional publishing, they are still primarily responsible for promoting their own work. Hyatt explains why this platform building is necessary, and then he lays out a step-by-step blueprint for building one. It's an overview. An entire book could be written on each specific element of building a platform that he mentions. But the book Platform does a very good job of painting the big picture. Platform was published in 2012, and I took the class where it was assigned in 2016. And there were a few things in the book that I thought were a little dated. After all, online marketing changes rapidly. But overall, I thought it did a very good job of explaining what and the why of what needed to be done. When I read it, I thought, this is an awesome book. I was the only person in my class that thought so. Everybody else absolutely hated it. They just hated it. They thought it was too salesy. They hated it so much that some wanted to petition to have the book removed from the reading list for the class. They didn't like Hyatt's recommendations, even though he had decades of experience in the publishing industry and is a published author himself. So fast forward a couple years, and some friends and I decide to start a journal. And the first issue launched in April of this year, and just a couple weeks ago, we released the 4th issue titled Celebrating Planet Narnia. It's in honor of one of the professors of the program that we were in, Dr. Michael Ward, who published the book Planet Narnia 10 years ago. The main idea of his book is that the influence of 7 planets in the medieval model of the solar system are the unifying factor among C.S. Lewis's 7 books in the Chronicles of Narnia. So if you've read or watched The Lion, the Witch of the Wardrobe and wonder what Father Christmas was doing in Narnia, Ward explains the continuity in his book. Included in Celebrating Planet Narnia is an interview with Dr. Ward about the journey the publication of his book launched. And this is what he says about publishing a book. This is a quote out of the journal issue Celebrating Planet Narnia. He said, "I also feel a responsibility to Planet Narnia itself, if that doesn't sound like a strange thing to say. But I say it because of something the Inkling scholar Diana Glyer once remarked to me about her own excellent book, The Company They Keep. It's not enough just to write a book and get it published, any more than it would be just to conceive a child and give birth to it. You then have a responsibility to give your work a good start in the world by giving talks, recording interviews and podcasts, signing copies, responding to readers, and to do what you can to tend its midterm development in appropriate ways. You get to shepherd your own work for a while, which hopefully increases the chances it will gain a wide and fair hearing and accordingly be able to stand more and more on its own feet. So that has taught me a lot about the job of being a writer. It involves much more than just writing." So it sounds like Dr. Ward is saying pretty much the same thing that Michael Hyatt does in Platform, doesn't it? The point is that whatever type of endeavor you have, whether it's a business, a book, an event, or a nonprofit, it's important to nurture and promote it. So make a plan for that promotion and execute it consistently. So that's enough for this week. Again, I'm Carla with Legacy Marketing Services, and if we can help your business grow, we would love to talk to you. Visit legacymarketingservices.com/contact to reach us. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you and your business are blessed and prosper, and that you are a blessing in your community as well. Until next week.